I'm Victoria Abel. I'm a clinical addiction nutritionist.
I am Chris Kallenich, and I am a holistic nutritionist.
There is an absolute direct correlation between food and mood, that every cell of your body is made up of the food that you eat. So remember, when we're eating poorly, we're building cells that aren't going to function as well as we want them to.
Right. Another way to look at it is every bite that you take is providing bits of information to your cells and telling those cells what to do and how to do them. And if you're not eating the correct foods, there's dysfunction going on. They can't communicate well.
And we're also not going to be making some of the neurotransmitters that are essential for helping us deal with anxiety. You know, anxiety to me is the core of so many of our mental health issues, addictions, compulsions, and whatnot. So remembering that the food that we're eating in the lining of our gastrointestinal tract is making those neurochemicals like serotonin and dopamine that are the things that we're craving. We're wanting these neurochemicals to make us feel better, manage our anxiety, deal with our depression. And so food is one of those elemental medicines that we like to use from day one when you get to the sanctuary. We're going to feed you so well to make sure not only your body is healing, but also your mental health.
And people towards the end of their stay here at the sanctuary, that is what they know and realize. It's physically changing in their body, and they talk about it amongst each other, with us, about how much better they feel, how much better they're sleeping. It just really makes a fundamental change.
And so being able to do this quickly, we're not waiting for a medication to take root. We're actually rooted in our food, rooted in our body, and building up not only the gut, the heart, the mind, which extends to spirit and soul. Food is one of the most foundational healing modalities that we have at the sanctuary. We produce so much of our own food. We have culinary experts who make organic food, but we also not only feed you well, we work on healing the gut, healing the mind, healing the body. And I think that food, especially with us being the staff nutritionists, is so incredibly valuable in the way that we show our care for ourselves and for you.
Absolutely. I mean, food is foundational, and the way that we connect with our food is important here at the sanctuary. It's fundamental for the overall care philosophy, and in regards to nutritional therapy, it's key. And so there's a lot of information out there about probiotic rich foods, prebiotic foods, and that's at the heart and center of daily food consumption here. From everything from the garden, where we find these nutrient rich, fiber rich foods that wind up being on our plates and prepared by these wonderful chefs.
And so we make sure that not only are you getting the food that you're needing, that we're also making sure that you're getting the supplements that go along with that to really help heal the gut. Like Chris was saying, so many of us know about probiotics and prebiotics, but let's get even deeper into that. Let's get into mitochondrial healing. Let's get into the way that we can have the food interact with the IVs that you might be getting that work with the body work and the detoxification that's happening for us. We founded our food program on an anti-inflammatory diet, knowing that inflammation can be the seat of disease. We've expanded that as information has come to us, and every day we're doing more research to make sure that we have the cutting edge, most clean, most detoxifying food available for you. We also have a very vibrant nutrition program from Chris and myself. We make sure that you're educated on how to take this the next step, so you're not just eating well here, but you're prepared when you leave. So please join us. Eat our great food, see our amazing garden. Nutrition is really key.
You might not think that there is a real and valid connection between the food that you consume and how it impacts your overall health, and specifically brain health and emotional well-being.
Absolutely. Gut dysbiosis is the term, but what that really means is that when the gut isn't functioning well, we're not digesting food, we're not eliminating food well. That's actually one of the main causes of anxiety, and inflammation is directly linked to depression. So many of us feel like it's just trauma. It can be trauma, but so much of that, if the gut is out of balance, it's very difficult to do the emotional work. It's very hard to do the healing if your gut is still sending you messages of alert and trauma and anxiety to your brain. You're always in that high level of hypervigilance. And part of the work that we do here is to calm, soothe, heal, detoxify the gut microbiome so then you can do that emotional work.
Right. And also what we cover in nutrition education sessions is understanding the difference between being in a sympathetic and a parasympathetic state. You need to, it doesn't matter how much wonderful food you take in, is it being received and absorbed and taken to where it needs to go in the body to heal? And so we cover things like mindful eating during the sessions and really equip you, not just educate, but equip you and empower you to continue the healing process when you return home.
So it's many folds. One is we're providing you the food. Another part is that we're actually healing the body, relaxing the body enough to actually absorb all the nutrients we're providing.